Ladies and gentlemen, on the first tee. All right, it's got a very interesting text, Tiki. Would you like to know what this just
please
said?
Tell me.
Okay. I just received a text from somebody on the grounds, inside the ropes, and with Tiger at Augusta. It's a go. He's playing.
Nice.
It's on. Lock it
You
in.
speculated.
Break
you were
that
right.
for you.
I was wrong.
Well, for everybody can, now you can know. He's absolutely playing. It's a done deal.
That's awesome.
All right, the rest of the media will find out about that at some point, but as I look at my phone, it's good. I got a text from somebody, who's, I'm not going to say he's quite in Tiger's camp, but he was with Tiger. He was walking the course with Tiger, as he has the past couple of days, and he told me it's a go, and it is, and now all the other outlets have jumped in, so that's good. And, listen, Teak, I know the guys in the morning had fun with the word poignant, whatever. I mean, Tiger Woods, to me, is when he steps on that tee box on Thursday, it's really going to be one of the most amazing visuals and sounds that we've ever heard.
Yeah, I didn't think it was possible, mainly because 14 months ago, he almost died. And, subsequent news after that was, yes, he's going to survive, but he might lose a leg. And then he was really you didn't hear from him for 5, 6, 7 months or so. And no one had a clue of what was going on. He was in a wheelchair. People talked about he was going to forever walk with a cane or a crutch or some regard. And before you know it, we see him with his son, Charlie, playing in, I forget what that event was. It was a father-son thing. And they almost won. They came in second to who was it? They came in second. I can't remember who they came in second to, but his swing looked good, right?
He did have a cart.
Charlie's swing was amazing.
Charlie's
for,
butter.
12-year-old, but he's sweet. But Tiger's swing looked good. And now all of a sudden it's like, all right, he can play. The question is, can he play a full round walking,
which he's yet to do, by the way,
which he hasn't done
over the gun. No, even during the practice rounds, he's played 9.
That's right, and then do it again. And if he makes a cut, do it 2 more times. That was the challenge.
Yeah.
But apparently he feels like he's good. He's going to go.
It remains to be seen. Number one, if he's sharp enough to make the cut. Now, this is the course where he knows every nook and cranny.
Yep.
Every little undulation, even the subtle ones on the greens, where to hit the ball. And as I've always said about Augusta, maybe more importantly, where not to hit the ball, where you can't leave it without, really putting yourself in a bad position to make a bogey or worse here. Listen, when you talk about these moments, right, you don't incorporate like Mike Piazza's home run, first game back from 9/11. That's different. That's a rarefied space. That is unique. That is not the Tiger Woods stuff. And by no means was I implying that. When I first mentioned this about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, it's not President Bush proudly striding to the rubber in Yankee Stadium, throwing a strike in front of everybody with a bulletproof vest under his jacket. It's not that. But Tiger Woods has been on our public radar since I was in college.
I know it.
I mean,
he's our age.
This guy's been around 25 years doing this.
It feels like we've watched every moment of his life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not quite the Truman Show, but it damn near is, right?
Yeah.
We've seen all the
Funny
good,
way to look at it.
all the bad, like everything. His marriage, and then the divorce, and then the fight, and the wreck, and
the relationship with his dad.
Exactly. And then his kids.
The apologies.
We've seen so much of his life. More so than any maybe public figure in sports that I can think of. Right? Because most of those other guys, it becomes quiet. Like, it becomes behind the scenes. Like, every now and then we hear about Tom Brady's kids, but not really. I don't feel like they're front and center.
Now,
right?
You see the picture when he thanks his wife, and that's pretty much it.
And Giselle's obviously, but she's a supermodel. It's very rarely that you have as much of a window into somebody's full life, on course and off, like we have with Tiger Woods.
I think that's
the good
true.
and the bad.
For sure. And he's been humanized. And listen, the thing about Tiger Woods, I've always been front and center a Mickelson guy. I play lefty, not that I play well, but Mickelson was always my guy. And, quite candidly, for a long time, I wasn't a Tiger Woods fan. Now, I didn't hate against him. I loved watching him play. I was just mystified watching what he can do to a golf ball. Great respect for the way he comported himself as a pro, his diligence, his commitment, his focus. But what bothered me about Tiger Woods was that, he never seemed human. There was this arrogance. There was this detachment. Now, to be fair to Tiger Woods, when you're Tiger Woods, you can relate to this more than me because you played. But
he's been this way since he's 7.
But you almost have to be.
Yeah.
If you give one piece of yourself to one kid, or it doesn't end. And so I do understand that. But there was just always this iciness to Tiger Woods that I didn't feel. He felt too robotic.
Mm-hmm.
And whereas Phil, even though Phil's half a phony with certain things and said ridiculously dumb, insensitive things with the tour in Saudi, just moronic, Phil Mickelson was always a man of the people, right? Even if he was putting on an act, he was still shaking your hand and giving you an autograph and acknowledging you.
Yeah.
When Tiger Woods went through his issues, he became a human.
Yeah.
And that's when I really started to really root for Tiger.
Well,
really root for him.
I remember, because Greg Camelo was my fullback my first couple years in the NFL, and he's a Stanford guy. And Tiger Woods was at Stanford when he was out there. And I remember Greg used to tell me these stories that Tiger would be around. Everybody knew him because he was this prodigy golfer. And he's at Stanford. And Greg told me one day, he was like, yeah, here you're going to, I forget what event it was. It wasn't the Masters. It was maybe one before that. And he was like, oh, that's cool. You got tickets to go to the. He's like, no, I'm playing it, type of thing. Nobody realized that he was going to be Tiger until he was Tiger.
Really?
Yes.
That seems like contradictory to everything that I've learned or that I thought I knew.
Before you saw
him,
him,
a prodigy.
Yeah, but nobody knew that he was going
to. TV show when he was 4.
But nobody knew he was going to win like he won. There's so many great golfers.
Because golf is built on failure.
That's exactly
if you
right.
win 3-4% of the events,
that's exactly right.
Basically.
So he goes out and he just wins right away, and then he keeps winning. Then he gets in the Masters and he destroys the field.
Yeah,
and it's just like nobody realized that was coming. You knew it was potential, but you didn't realize it was this dude is going to be the greatest of our generation. Mm-hmm. And so everybody latched on. And here's this golfer, black golfer, Coblinasian, as he used. That's his word.
Which he took heat for.
Exactly.
From the black community.
But
by the way, I understand why.
But it is what it is. But a minority golfer, and there were other minorities on the tour.
Lee Elder,
Lee Elder, obviously, and Vijay Singh. There's been other minorities. But none took it by storm like Tiger did, and it made you want to watch.
He made golf cool.
That's right, but he also made success cool.
Look what these guys used to wear, these disgusting pleated khaki pants with bellies.
That's right.
Now everybody's yoked and they got the sickest gear, and these guys are athletes.
Yeah.
These guys could have been small forwards on mid-major Division I basketball team. Some of these athletes out there. He
made people who normally wouldn't want to watch golf want to watch golf.
No question.
And
play.
And then when he became vulnerable, it made us relate to him.
Yes, it did. Yes,
right?
it did.
As opposed to, God, this guy is beyond reproach. He's just the most unbelievable athlete that we've ever seen playing this game. And all of a sudden, it's like, all right, I feel you, man.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that.
Yeah.
We've been there, type of thing. And that's something that's unique to a superstar on his level. And so then when he goes through this issue, this car wreck, where we thought he was going to pass away, right, or never play golf again, and to now have him come back in 14 months to play at the Masters.
At the Masters.
Not some, small tournament, but the Masters.
Yeah.
It's just, it is poignant, BT,
Uh-huh.
despite the criticism that you took on using that word.
I care.
No, I know you don't. But it's
the vocabulary police around.
Maybe you have to care about golf. Maybe you have had to have watched Tiger's career and known these undulations, these ups and downs, this roller coaster life that he's lived. Maybe you had to understand and appreciate that before you realize what poignant means there. But it is.
There's no doubt about it.
This is it's a unique spot in his existence.
It's a unique spot in American sporting history.
Yeah.
877-337-6666.